In this video, I'll cover an ACT math topic called function composition. And remember to watch till the end so you can see all three examples. Let's get started. So this ACT question says, the functions f and g are defined as f of x equals x plus 2 and g of x equals x squared minus 3. What is f of g of negative 1? Now there's two ways to do this. The first way, you can just find g of negative 1. And that negative 1 is just telling you what the x value is. Plug in negative 1 for x. So we do this, it's negative 1 squared minus 3. Negative 1 squared is negative 1 times negative 1, or positive 1, minus 3. 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Now we're going to take that result and plug it into the f of x function. So we're going to find f of negative 2. Remember, that just means our x is negative 2. So negative 2 plus 2, and that's going to give us 0. Alright, the second way to solve this is to actually find the f of g of x function and then plug in negative 1. How we find this is replace the x in the f of x function with x squared minus 3. So this becomes x squared minus 3 plus 2, which is x squared minus 1. Now we find f of g of negative 1. That's going to be negative 1 squared minus 1, or 1 minus 1, which is 0. So those are two different ways how to do it. Find g of negative 1, plug it into the g of x function, take that result and plug it into the f of x function. Or just find the composite function first, and then plug in negative 1 for x. So in this ACT problem, it says the table below gives the values of f and g at different values of x. What is f of g of 1? So we look at the g of x function, that's the last row. When x is 1, g of x is 3. And now we're going to plug 3 into the f of x function. So when x is 3, f of x is 4. So our answer here is 4. Answer D. So in this problem, they didn't give us the actual functions, but we can use the table to find the corresponding values. Alright, in this ACT problem, it says given that f of x is x squared minus 9 and g of x is x plus 2, what are all the values of x for which f of g of x is equal to 0? Alright, so this one we do want to find the composite function, f of g of x. And we're going to replace the x squared with x plus 2. So x plus 2, that's going to be squared minus 9. So x plus 2 is squared, so that just means x plus 2 times x plus 2. So we're going to just FOIL it. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 2 times x is another 2x. And 2 times 2 is 4. Now combine like terms. You got the 2x and 2x is 4x. So x squared plus 4x. And 4 minus 9 is negative 5. We want to find x when this equals 0, so we put 0 over here. We just have a quadratic, we just need to factor it. Put two numbers, multiply, give you negative 5, and add up to 4. So that's going to be 5 and 1. We're going to do plus 5 and minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 times 1 is the 5. Now we set each of these equal to 0. X plus 5 equals 0. X minus 1 equals 0. So x equals negative 5. Just subtract 5 from both sides. Here, add 1 to both sides, give you x equals 1. So we have positive 1 and negative 5. So that's answer choice A. And now you should know how to do function composition on ACT exam. Thanks.